Hello everybody. So I said I was going to teach a first class for postpartum movement, and here we are. So with the big ball, and the big ball needs to be kind of this relation to you, So there's many sizes of these balls, and the idea to have the hip joints a little bit higher than the knees, okay? So that's the reference. And one thing I wanted to share before we go into the floor is that here we are going to realign, decompress, because you've been going through a lot of effort and you're still doing a lot, with your newborn baby. So we want to decompress, relax, realign everything, and rebuild the core. So when I talk about the core, I'm thinking about the Arab, which is what they say in martial arts. And this is in between your pubic bone and your navel, a little bit lower than half. It's here. So this is your center of gravity. The martial artists, they move from there, and they have a lot of grounding and stability. And it happens to be where the cervix inside of you is. And this is what we want to rebuild. It's the core, but not just the muscles inside of you. And bring the cervix back up in that center. Okay, this is your center of creation, the center of the second chakra. And that's where the cervix is meant to be. And because you've been doing a lot of effort, sometimes it's lower, it takes more time. So with these exercises, we're going to bring everything back in place and strengthen, rebuild the core. Okay? Ready? Okay, so here we are on the floor on your back, and you have the ball under your legs, right? And this is a right angle. That's important for the whole balance and realignment, okay? This is a right angle here and a right angle there, okay? So the first move, you're gonna open your arms to the side at the level of the shoulder, right? And we're gonna go sideways. Okay, both knees together, both feet together, and the right angles everywhere. So we are going slow, so you can feel how the weight in your pelvis is shifting from one side to the other one, right? And once you have that clear, you can go bigger. But you only go to the place where you're not gonna fall. You can come back, okay? So you can go every time a little bit bigger, the movement, and you can feel how it's bringing the core, it's creating the core, the strength in the core. So the lower back is in touch with the floor. It's very important. You don't want to have your lower back up and do these things because you may hurt yourself. It's important. That's why we have the right angles. So the lower back is touching the floor. Your arms are out to the sides, and you go first, you go very small to feel. The smaller, the slower you go, the more you can feel. We're having a conversation with the nervous system and the brain. It's not only an exercise, it's a kind of re-educating your core gently, effortlessly, slowly but surely, okay? So this is the first move. And now we're gonna go to the next move, which is this one. You bring your arms down along your body, and you are going to have your heels and your knees together, right angles, touching with the lower back, and you're going to roll the ball away from you and back to right angles, okay? And every time you push the ball away, you push a little bit further. So what happens is that now my tailbone is going up and my sacrum is disconnected from the floor. So I come back. And every time, you know, check on your ball, you go a little bit further away and you lift a little bit, like just a vertebra or two at a time, and you go back down, okay? So the breathing is important. When you bring the ball away from you, you exhale. And you inhale when you come back, one vertebra at a time, and bring the ball back to neutral position, okay? And you can go on like that, exhale, and back down slowly, one vertebra at a time, and back to neutral, pause, check on your ball, and exhale. Let the air come back in as you go down one vertebra at a time. This is a great for decompression, great movement for decompression. So you can keep going, and also because of the position, you are gently inviting your cervix to find its home again, okay? And let the inhalation bring you down one vertebra at a time and go back to pausing. So you can go more and more, slowly go all the way, but you don't go like that past the straight line, okay? The maximum is when you have a straight line. So this is also bringing your power back. For women, this is their power, okay? So here we're working not with muscles straight, but with lines of muscles that are supporting the skeleton and also the organs, okay? And you inhale slowly back, one vertebra at a time, you go back to pause, okay? So you can go from this one, which is realigning fantastic, to the other one, and here, working your power, back down one vertebra at a time, decompress, go back to sideways, and talking to your core, strengthening your core, gently reshaping your body, girls, reshaping. You do that every day. You're gonna go have your waist back too. And if you feel like, I mean, you can integrate the head in the movement and feel it, try different ways. I'm going the same side and see, how about I go with the head to the side also, and see the other side. It's going to be probably different feeling. You can do a few ones like that, and then you can do a few ones where you go opposite. So you're twisting the whole spine from the sacrum to the head. Like you're twisting the spine all the way from one extreme to the other one. So you may feel some cracks. That's good news. You're realigning, right? You're realigning, and you're rebuilding your core, okay, versus this one where you are regaining your power and also helping, supporting your pelvis and your whole womb come back home. Womb coming back home and decompressing, letting the breath in, okay? So for this one, once you have explored, it's more like explorations than exercising. And so we want to invite you to be curious how you feel, where you feel what. Can you make it effortless, just from your core? And if it's very clear, you should be able to do it. This is a good way to go, because when you don't have your arms to hold, you have to really listen and see how far you can go without falling. So that's why we're going slow. We start very small and we go bigger and bigger, so you can listen to yourself. Listen, listen, listen. Okay, that's it. I come back before I fall. The other side. Okay, that's it for me right now. I come back before I fall, and I can go back to regaining my power and bringing my cervix and my whole system back home. Okay, two very simple movements that can make a big difference. So when you finish that, I invite you to just roll onto your side very gently. Let the ball go. Bring yourself to sitting. Go on all four. Tuck your toes under your feet. Bring your hands to your knees. Slide your knees up your arms. Lift your butt and walk your hands to your feet, up your legs. There's space between your feet until you reach your horizon and feel the floor. Feel your feet on the floor and feel how you feel taller. Most probably you feel taller, you feel more open. That's it for today. Enjoy. Thank you.